my beauties, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a very different video. It's not a beauty video, it's not a fashion or a lifestyle video. This actually is a life skill video. This is a sort of video that I have never filmed ever before. It's really the first time for me, but to be honest with you, this is the second most persistent question or video request that I get after skincare, and you guys leave so many comments, and most of my videos have this comment: how to speak English fluently. How do I speak English fluently? Let me tell you, it's not a skill that you attain from day one. You have to work on it. A bit of a disclaimer before we start: I'm not a professional. However, I've had a little bit of experience in life. I am someone who spent more than a decade in the corporate world. Of course, I did not speak from day one like this. I had to work really hard. I've built on my skill set, on my personality, on my language skill, diction, practically everything. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. It's not by the book. It's not from the book. These are some tips that I wanted to share with you that come straight from my personal life. So these are very practical skills, to be honest. Without further ado, let's dive right into this video. If you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell. Do also follow me on my Instagram, and now let's dive right into it. Now, of course, I'm not trying to glorify the language English. In fact, if you're comfortable in your regional language, be it that way and be confident about it. In fact, if you are someone who wants to learn any other language, not just English, these 5 tips can really help you master any language of your choice. Now, did I speak this fluently? Did I have the right diction, pronunciation, and vocabulary from the get-go? Not really. I do, however, consider myself fortunate that I had very good schooling in college that really set the base for me. But until college also, I did not speak like this. Even after passing college out, it's really a skill that I had to brush up on, work on, and that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So let's quickly dive right into it. Now, I have observed this so much that most of us, including me, don't put our senses to their accurate and to their fullest use. This one thing that I just said has all of my tips surrounding this. My first tip to learn the English language most efficiently is to listen. Do you realize this is one of the most underrated senses? We don't really listen properly, we are always in a rush, and we just want to get the stuff done and move on. I have done it so many times. I'm pretty sure you would have too. All you need to do is listen, observe, and assimilate. When you're listening to someone, when you're talking to someone, when you're watching a YouTube video, a movie, or even listening to a podcast, make some mental notes. I'm pretty sure there must be something that clicked with you, something that you liked. You liked the way the person spoke, their diction, their pronunciation, vocabulary, just about anything. Hear it on a loop. Go back again and hear it again, because you've got to keep listening to this. Not just that, if you're talking to people, you talk to them and you feel that you really enjoy listening to one person, listen, but listen very carefully and make those mental notes. Observe carefully. My second and the most important tip, this is something that has helped me so much early on in my life. I even do it today. Read something every day. Even today, I read anything. It could be newspaper, it could be an article, a blog post, it can be a page from a novel, just about anything. Just come into the habit of reading. Reading not just helps you attain a good vocabulary, it also opens your mind, it helps you gain knowledge. So there are multiple uses of reading. So I highly urge each and every one of you, no matter at what age you are, just read something on a daily basis. And what do I do while I'm reading? This is a very important tip to note. If there is a word that I want to add to my vocabulary and I really enjoyed that word, I will quickly Google the meaning of that word if I don't know, and I will repeat it 10 to 15 times in my mind so that I register it here. I love writing everything down, taking notes. So if I have my notebook with me, I will just quickly scribble that word next to me so that when I want to, I can go back and just memorize it a little bit more. It's a great way to build on your vocabulary. Now, you've listened, observed, assimilated, and also read. How do you put all of this in practice? My third tip is speak the language. Now, I completely understand if you don't have anyone at home to speak the language with, so I'm going to give you a few tips. Number one, if you have a friend, if you can join a group that speaks the language, that speaks the English language well, go ahead and don't be hesitant. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to find the perfect friend or the perfect group who speaks A-level English. You just need to start speaking the language. Number two, if you are in college or school, reach out to your teachers or to your professors to mentor you. I'm pretty sure there are people who are willing to mentor. I, for a fact, know that I used to reach out to my professors all the time for mentoring. Third, and the most important, and this I feel is the most easiest, and if you're lucky, if you're in this spot, if you're in a job, there are so many people who are willing to help out. Now it's you who has to reach out. So reach out to people, reach out to your seniors, to your peers, even someone who's junior than you. I, for a fact, always used to reach out people to learn different skill sets. I feel that is the best way to practically incorporate something into your life, to shadow someone. And in this case, you have to speak the language with someone. I, for a fact, know that once I had spent a few years in the corporate world, I loved mentoring my peers. Not just that, some of the people who wanted to learn the language better, and not just language, any other skill set that I had and I could help with. So if you are a senior, if you're a professor or a teacher, anyone who can mentor someone around you, please go ahead and lend that helping hand. Now you're listening, you're reading, and you're also speaking the English language. How do you incorporate it in your day-to-day life? My fourth and fifth points are interrelated, and they are very, very important, so hear me out carefully. Practice. I'm going to break this in two parts. Practice the language by writing it. Extremely underrated, but extremely important. When you start writing, you actually realize how important a skill this is and how much value you gain out of this. Start writing a 300-word paragraph at the end of each day. I've been doing that for years altogether, no matter how late I am, how tired I am, whatever the case may be. Write something, just about anything, a travel you took, a movie you saw, an experience you had in the day, a book you read, good or bad. Start writing. If you want to maintain a diary, that's great, but if you are not someone who wants to maintain a diary, just pick out a pen and a paper and start writing your thoughts, and you will see this will help you expand the language, your vocabulary, and just about perfecting the language so very well. My last and the fifth tip, like I said, was related to number 4. Practicing again, but in a different way. Rehearsing the language. Now, how do you rehearse the language on your own? I have done this and I felt that this has benefited me so much. I used to stand in front of the mirror and just speak to myself. Now you will call it sounding foolish, but to be honest, this is one of the most amazing ways to not just practice the language and to speak to yourself. You can see your body language, the way you stand, the way you use your hands, your expressions, just about everything. To master the English language, practice is really, really important. So write and rehearse, speak the language in the mirror with yourself. Before wrapping up this video, I have a very important tip for you guys. Don't get snubbed if someone makes fun of you because you don't speak the language, the English language really well, or you are making mistakes. It's fine to make mistakes, right? All of us make mistakes. But if you stop speaking the language or get snubbed or get discouraged because someone else made fun of you, that's not going to work for you. It might work for them because they felt superior that they probably made fun of you, but it will not work for you. So you have to ignore these people. You have to ignore these comments. You just have to let go because everyone is going to have an opinion about yourself in life, right? You will not stop doing those things. Then why stop speaking the English language? Be confident about it. Just make sure to practice. Just make sure to follow these tips, and I'm pretty sure you will perfect the language. If you want me to make more videos around the language English, if you want me to talk about some more topics, please feel free to leave those topics in the comments section and I'll definitely try and come up with more videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope that you found this video helpful because that was the intention of making this video. If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell. Until I see you next, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Bye-bye.